The savage bows down to idols of wood and stone. The civilized man to idols of flesh and blood. Alcohol is the anesthesia by which we endure the operation of life. Would the world ever have been made if its maker had been afraid of making trouble? Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it, and become blind to the arguments against it. You'll never have a quiet world till you knock patriotism out of the human race. The most tragic thing in the world is a man of genius who is not a man of honor. Liquor is the chloroform which enables the poor man to endure the painful operation of living. All great truths begin as blasphemies. When a thing is funny, search it carefully for a hidden truth. You don't stop laughing when you grow old, you grow old when you stop laughing. Hatred is the coward's revenge for being intimidated. If there were 20 ways of telling the truth and only one way of telling a lie, the government would find it out. It's in the nature of governments to tell lies. A pessimist is a man who thinks everybody is as nasty as himself, and hates them for it. You use a glass mirror to see your face, you use works of art to see your soul. He knows nothing, and he thinks he knows everything. That points clearly to a political career. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. Patriotism is, fundamentally, the conviction that a particular country is the best in the world because you were born in it. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. Why should we take advice on sex from the Pope? If he knows anything about it, he shouldn't. Criminals do not die by the hands of the law. They die by the hands of other men. The secret of being miserable is to have the leisure to bother about whether you are happy or not. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. The only time one's education was interrupted was when they were in school. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. There is no love more sincere than the love of food. All men are the same in front of the woman they admire. Newspaper, a device unable to distinguish between a bicycle accident and the collapse of civilization. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Better keep yourself clean and bright, you are the window through which you must see the world. The fact that a believer is happier than a skeptic is no more relevant than that a drunk is, happier than a sober. You see things, you say, why? But I dream of things that never were, and I say, why not? Life is not meant to be easy, but take courage, it can be delightful. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. The things most people want to know about are usually none of their business. There is no other edifice constructed by man as altruistic as a lighthouse. They were built only to serve. For every complex problem there is a simple and wrong solution. Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself. A woman always chooses the man who chose a different woman. Wisdom is wasted on the old, and youth is wasted on the young. Bravery doesn't get worse because it's a little hard. Progress is impossible without change. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. After all, the wrong road always leads somewhere.